Welcome to Mary's Place. We want you to feel safe during your stay with us. So this short video will describe what you should do in case of an emergency. Know that we designed our building with safety in mind. As we did this, we thought about the kinds of emergencies that could happen and figured out what all of us should do if an emergency ever does occur. So, what do we mean by emergency? For example, fire, medical situations, extreme weather, an earthquake, or power outage, among other things. Whatever the emergency may be, always report it to Mary's Place staff right away so they can call 911 and put emergency procedures into action if they haven't already. During your stay here, you'll have an assigned sleeping area for your family and a building access card per adult in the family. You'll also have access to shared spaces on the 6th, 7th, and 8th floors. Once your family is all settled in, review the emergency evacuation map in your sleeping area. Then familiarize yourself with the 2 stairwells that are accessible from all floors of the building and find the stairwell closest to your assigned sleeping area. You can count on essential safety features like these throughout Mary's Place: smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, a fire sprinkler system, fire extinguishers, pressurized stairwells that keep smoke out in case of an evacuation, areas of refuge for those who can't use stairs, loudspeakers for alerting all of our guests, plus emergency supply kits with enough food, water, diapers, formula, etc. for 3 days. Now, what happens if there actually is an emergency? It's pretty simple actually, though it may not always feel that way in the moment. In most cases, an alarm will sound. If the alarm sounds, stop what you're doing. Gather your family and pets. Grab only essential medications or medical devices and leave everything else behind. Then proceed to the nearest exit stairwell, which you'll see clearly marked with overhead exit signs. In any emergency, remember to stay calm and help your children stay calm too. Act quickly and follow the instructions we provided in this video, as well as any our staff provides in the moment. If your family is asleep when an alarm sounds, wake them up. Check your door to make sure it's safe to exit. Then proceed to the closest exit. There are 3 main things you may be asked to do in case of an emergency. Those are: move locations inside the building, evacuate the building, or shelter in place. Here are the basics of what to do in each of these situations. When there's a problem somewhere inside the building that doesn't affect the whole building, we'll need to evacuate the floors impacted by the problem. An announcement will be made, and Mary's Place staff will give instructions on what to do and where to go. When it's safer outside than inside, we'll need to evacuate the building. In this case, an announcement from the fire alarm system will tell you to exit the building through the closest exit stairwell. Taking the stairs will be the safest way to do this. Once outside, follow the Mary's Place staff and other residents to the assembly area in the parking lot between the 2 restaurant buildings on 8th Street between Blanchard and Lenora Streets. If you can't use the stairs due to physical issues, push the Area of Refuge intercom button on the outside of the nearest elevator to let emergency personnel know where you are. Then stay there until the fire department arrives and assists you in leaving the building. When it's safer inside than outside, or it's not safe to exit the building, we'll need to shelter in place. Depending on the circumstances, this can involve remaining where you are when the emergency happens, or going to a gathering area inside the building. Most important of all, keep your family and pets together. And of course, remain calm. Mary's Place staff will give you clear directions if there's a shelter-in-place event. There you have it, the basics of being prepared for an emergency. Even though there probably won't be any emergencies while you're here. Any questions? You can read more in our safety guide if you're into that sort of thing. or just ask our Mary's Place staff. They're here to help with your comfort and safety throughout your stay. Welcome to Mary's Place.